Alright guys, so I'd normally film like a 1 week, and then a 1 month, and then a 3 month, and then a 6 month, if the car ever makes it to 6 months. The first week of this car obviously didn't go to plan. Now, if you watch the channel, the car did get impounded wrongfully by police. So my first week with the car wasn't actually with me, it was in France, stuck in France. So this is going to be like a 1 month-esque type thing, but we're going to just base it on like the 2.5 weeks I've actually had it, even though I've owned it for a month. Does that make sense? Make sure you've liked and subscribed. Found like a nice spot to take some photos. Hopefully we don't get harassed or shot. Ideally not. So Puma ST, firstly, how I found it online. TikTok hates it. YouTube, they seem a bit more sure on it. I think a lot of people, they don't know what it is, so they have a look online. They find out the new ones are a 1 litre automatic, and they presume they're all the same. This is obviously, well, not obviously, this is the 1.5, which you find in the Mark 8 ST, the 3-cylinder. I think they're great engines. I've had a Mark 8.5, I've had a Mark 8 ST myself. I've never had the Mark 8.5, but I thought it's the same chassis, same power, more torque. I think it looks cooler as well. That's up for debate, obviously. I think that's where a lot of people hate it, especially in this green. It does look like a bit of a frog, but I just like all the accents. I mean, I've gone into it in another one, but like the black roof, black touches, that like just the touches, you know. I feel like they put more effort into this compared to the Fiestas, because the Fiestas were going to sell themselves. They kind of needed to do a bit more effort into these, and I mean, these are now the best-selling car in England, so they've obviously done something right. How I found it, we're going to be talking about, other than online obviously, because that's not really what you buy a car for. Performance, comfort, fuel, and just my overall impression. So performance, it makes me think how fast my old one was. So my Mark 8 ST was actually stage 1, which had like, I think it was like 230 horsepower and maybe 400 torque. I might be plucking them out of the sky, but from memory that's what it had. I'm going to be honest, I can't imagine it having more torque than this car. This car, especially in like second gear, really torque steers. It's actually quite bad. Like, you think like this car is kind of like for like a mum to take the kids to school in. Lovely spider. Oh, nice shoe print on the car now, but the spider's dead. This car's like kind of like to take the family to school in. Yeah, you might get like the ST line for something like that, but it's still like a family-esque car. So the fact that it torques is over the road, for me it's great. I just find it hard to like understand that Ford let these kind of cars come out. But yeah, it is sick. Handling's sick. I thought the roll would be quite bad when you corner, because it's quite a tall car, but they've done that to perfection. It's a 23 plate for anyone who's wondering. It is a 23 plate. Also, if you want any plates, gel plates or anything of the sort, link in the description to Wi-Fi plates. That is my personal business, and there's also a 10% off code somewhere there as well, so go treat yourself to some plates. Yeah, the roll isn't bad at all. The power surprises quite a lot of people, so from handling perspective I'm happy with it, you know, really happy with it. Now, comfort, you've got the Ford performance seats, so they're like the facelift type seats, all one piece. They look stunning, genuinely stunning, and they're really comfy. Obviously, all Pumas come with like a ST3 type spec, so you get heated seats and all that kind of stuff. You got the red stitching with the Ford Performance up there. So the comfort is 10 out of 10. The gear stick for me is maybe a bit low compared to where you're sat. You do sit quite high, and the gear stick's quite low. That's the only thing I'd say. I would like it a bit taller, but then you'd have to like change the whole like center console tunnel thing. So that's me trying to find something to complain about. Overall, it's really comfy. I've got a bad back. I've got a trapped nerve in my lower spine, and this car is very comfy. I've got nothing to complain about there. So rear space, again, it's a Fiesta chassis. I don't know if there is any more rear space. My seats are quite far back, but it's not a ton of space. Like, you can fit. Center seat I haven't even tried because it's a bit of a joke. Again, if we move the seats forward, there is space, so it's a good car, you know. It's a good car. Now, if you do care about the boot, it's got quite a nice boot. Obviously this is a false floor, so it slides down, opens up, all that kind of stuff. You've got a ton of space under there as well, absolute ton of space. So if you're doing any drug runs, it's probably the right car. Maybe not in green though, it's not very hidden. Did that spoiler just shake as I dropped it? Ford design, you know, and that's something else to think about. It is a Ford. The panel gaps aren't perfect. There's bits on it which are like, is that supposed to be like that? It is a Ford at the end of the day. Now fuel. Now where I am to fill up the tank, now I drive my cars till they're like coughing out of fuel. So full tank is around 50 to 60 quid. And that will get you around 300 miles. I'm getting around 350 if I'm like proper driving it like a granny. That's like somewhat country roads, like quite fast roads, not much town driving. My old Fiesta would get 300 to a tank as well, so I'm going to presume they're all around the 300 range mark, and as I said, 60 quid like maximum for a full tank. I think it's quite good, quite fuel efficient. People do tend to go for these over like the Polos and stuff because people say they're more fuel efficient. I presume that that's the case. So overall, I am happy with the car. I think it looks sick. Again, that is personal preference, but the colour, especially in the sun, now the sun's starting to come out, it's got like a gold flake to it. It's beautiful, genuinely stunning. So when I sold my Mark 8 ST, I said I'd never have another one. I've kind of gone against my word because it's pretty much the same car. I don't regret it. I'm happy with it. Part of me thinks, like, for the everyday car, should I have gone for something a bit more sensible? But then the other part of me thinks I'm young and I'm enjoying it. So yeah, it's a weird car for someone like me to have. I don't really see a lot of kids with these cars, but listen, it's a hidden treasure. As I said, same engine, technically more power, same chassis, better spec, but I've gone into all that in a previous one. If you're in the market for a Puma, I'd say yeah, like genuinely go for it. I never thought I'd be saying that. Again, it's the same as the Fiesta, it just looks cooler, but that comes down to personal preference. I'm happy, and yeah, I know, as I said, content wise it's been a bit of a question. There's been a lot of complaints about the car, but at the same time the car has got like 200,000 views overall on TikTok. Maybe, no, it's about, might be near 300,000 views on TikTok. So hate it, you love it, it's doing me proud, so I'm happy with it. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you again for the five things I love and 5 things I hate, because there are quite a few things in this car. As I said, it's a Ford. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you again. Cheers.